All right, guys, it is new comic book day. It is Comic Book Wednesday, and I got some books to show you. I got some dollar bin dives as well as some current issues that came out both this week and previous weeks. I use this app called the CLZ Comics app. If you've seen it before, it kind of looks like a Pokeball, but it's not. And I think it was well worth getting for all the years I've had it. And as much as I try to look on it while I'm doing my dollar bin dives to make sure that I don't already have this book, there were 3 that I just didn't check, and apparently I already have them. So this is The Defenders, and this is a 40-cent book. Came out in 1979. It is volume 1, number 76. It's missing the front and back. So there's an ad right there. I mean, the colors are still pretty good for how old this book is. You know, I can definitely smell the book. See, this got ads. Here's one for Fruit Stripes, the zebra gum. I used to eat that all the time. You know, just some of the things just too much even for that era. So I have 1 and 4 right here, and this is Marvel's Captain America Civil War prologue, and the front right here has Iron Man on the front. I believe this is the photo, yes, from the movie, but it also, because of all the all this, his mechs in the back, Iron Man suits, it kind of reminds me of Iron Man 3, possibly Iron Man 2. So, and somebody in the comments, let me know. You're probably more of a Marvel fan than I am. So I got issue 1 right here. I'm trying to collect as many of these as I can. If I get doubles, that's fine, but I kind of want as many of the movie comic book prologues as I can get. I do have a trade paperback of Ant-Man, and I really like that one. Next one up is issue 4 of the limited series, like I was telling you about, Captain America Civil War. You got Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier that we all know and love and enjoy. I still enjoy the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, but we kind of need this Winter Soldier back. Because the Winter Soldier in the show, it's just Bucky Barnes. It's not even Winter Soldier, it's just Bucky Barnes. So you got Cap and Winter Soldier right there. All right, so the book that I already have, didn't realize I already had it, but I do. This is issue 19, Marvel Comics Sleepwalker. So I will be finally watching, since now it is available. It's the day of, or that now it's kind of the day after, the release of the new Doctor Strange movie on Disney Plus, which I'll be watching with some popcorn. I did want to see it in the movie theater because there are just some movies you need to watch in a movie theater because of the surround sound. I was like, oh, I got surround sound at home, and movie tickets are expensive, blah, blah, blah. There's just some movies you need to see in movie theaters. So I'm hoping I feel that same. Like when I saw Shang-Chi in theaters, it needed to be seen in theaters. All right, next up, this is one I already had, didn't realize I had it. It's called Demons of Mercy. So, and I'm pretty sure I probably haven't even read this book. I mean, we'll see what happens. Next up, we have, let's go with this one. We have U.S. Avengers, not U.S. Agent. We have U.S. Avengers. This is a variant edition that I just now saw, but it's number 2. I was hoping they had number 1. They only had number 2, number 4 of this line, and I had to take it because look at that. Look how patriotic that looks. That looks just awesome right there. I wish I had found this, days ago. This would have been a great post to put on Instagram for USA. So Then from that, we have issue 1. I got this for 2 reasons. Because it's a number 1, but it's also Marvel Comics in association with WWF, not World Wrestling Federation, World Wildlife Foundation. And this book came out in 1993 of December, and it says produced in cooperation with World Wildlife Fund, and this is Wolverine in Global Jeopardy. So I thought this was pretty cool to own. It's got like this little stencil kind of thing, if you can see with the light. There you go. You see the little stencil thing, imprint, which is kind of cool. It's got a little thing of the WWF on it. It's got a few things, white rhinos kind of things, stuff like that. So the book is in really good shape. So that's why I'm kind of, I picked it up because I was really surprised at what shape this thing was. I mean, it's got a few spine ticks, but actually no spine ticks. Like, oh, it got like 1 or 2, but that's from the staple, really. It's really not in bad condition. All right, then we have issue 6. I'm trying to collect as many of these as possible. I believe this is a subcategory of DC Comics called Impact Comics. I really enjoy this. I didn't think I would. I thought it was just kind of be a knockoff of Heroes. In a way, it kind of is. You got at least the 2 that I know off the top of my head. You got the Fly, which is right here, and you got the Jaguar. Jaguar kind of reminds me of Wonder Woman. The look of Wonder Woman, but like the Berserker kind of look of the Cheetah. And Marvel's, they're making a movie about it. With that guy, I can't even think of his name. And then the Fly, I kind of just like stuff like that. I like him in the comment. So I think it's worth it. Next up, I might already have this book as the regular cover, the first cover, first edition, first printing, whatever you call it. But this is a dollar bin image first of Saga. Now, I've heard great things about this book, especially when I was at school, that this was the key book to get. Not just because it was Image, it was the key book to get. All right, next up we have issue 6 by Ablaze Comics. This is Space Pirate Captain Harlock. I've seen this one before, but I don't exactly remember where I saw it. So I went ahead and had that thought, and I just couldn't remember where I got the thought, why I was thinking about it. Probably just from an anime that made me think of, so I just went ahead and got it. Next up, this is just kind of an awkward, just a way different team up that I've never would have thought would go together. This is DC Comics, a Countdown tie-in. This is Thunder and the Martian Manhunter. First issue back in October of 2007. So I will definitely try to get others if there's others of this book. Unlikely team up. At first when I saw it though, I was like, is that Bumblebee, Vixen, and then now I'm thinking of Naomi. But obviously her name is right there. But her outfit looks like those two people, Bumblebee and Vixen. Vixen was definitely the first one I thought of. Vixen, I would think, would be the one that, I mean, other than looking at the name, Vixen's the first one I thought of because she's a Justice League member. I mean, Thunder might be now. I mean, I don't keep track of all of them, but Vixen was part of the Justice League on Justice League Unlimited. So, all right, next up, I'm trying to get as many of these one issue a piece. This is DC Comics 1 million. So I kind of don't understand how they do that. They go from like 1 to say 100, and then 150, then they keep going, and then they stop and redo it by 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they do something like this and call it 1 million. So I really don't know. Definitely glad they changed up the logo because the logo looked really bad. It was not a favorite, definitely. Next up is issue 1 of Image Comics, The Family Trade. I was hoping they had another issue of this. Would have been great to get. When I do my dollar bin dives and I see an issue 1, I'm very excited to see them, but I'm also like, can I get issue 2? Can I get issue 3, 4, and so on? And sometimes I do. There was one that I went through like only 4 comic book long boxes at the store, and I found issue 1 towards the end, but I found issue 2 and 3 in the same box. I'm like, cool. These are something I've never seen. I put it up, and then I went to the next box and I found issue 4. I'm like, oh snap! If I find issue 1, this would be great. And before I left, I was like, let me just check the last box, and I found issue 1. So I got 1 through 4 of whatever book that was. I think it might have been, I mean, it could have been anything. Hinderkind by DC's Vertigo line, which honestly, DC Vertigo needs to come back. Stop calling it DC Black Label and just call it back to where it was. Whether it's DC Comics' Helix or DC Comics Vertigo. Just go back to Vertigo. Don't call it Black Label. Just call it Vertigo. You know, because it's basically doing, Black Label is basically Vertigo. So next up we have issue 1. This is Tales of the Sinestro Corps. I just can't say it. I just keep wanting to say corpse. This is Cyborg Superman. And then similar to that, we have Green Lantern Sinestro Corps Special, issue 1. Here's the one I already have. This is, so I need to get the variant cover of this. I really didn't think I had it, but apparently I do after I put it in through my CLZ app. This is Green Lantern Larfleeze Christmas Special. So apparently I need the variant of this, and I thought this was the one I didn't have. This is cover A, or cover 1, because it has a barcode of 00111. So then we have issue 3 of the New 52 Blackhawks. It's a team I didn't think I'd actually like. I would like to see, however, a animated or a live action show if they do it correctly. Maybe not through the CW, through HBO Max. Similar to the style of Doom Patrol, but have it be the Blackhawks. Don't just 12 episodes, or make it 12 episodes at 40 minutes to an hour apiece. You know, maybe one season, you know, start good, end good, or do 2 seasons. But, you know, I think 40 minutes to an hour is a good amount of time rather than less than 30 minutes. Speaking of Hinderkind, a few bit ago, I was able to find issue 1, and I actually have the trade paperback of this. Believe it or not, I haven't even read it because I didn't have issue 1, even though I have the trade paperback. All right, next up we have the New 52. We have issue, let's see, we got 13, 14, and 18 of the Savage Hawkman. So Hawkman is definitely a favorite. I would like to see a partnership with him and Aztec. I think that would be a good team up. Then we have, here's issue 14 right here. Hawkman Wanted. Kind of looks like Warhawk or Ocean Master on the bottom there. Then you got Green Arrow. It might actually be a soldier of Atlantis of Ocean Master. I'm not really sure. But now seeing this other cover, it basically looks like the armor of the Thanagarian people. So part 1 of Hawkman Wanted. Doesn't say it on 14, but it says it on 13. And honestly, they should just call her Hawk Woman by now. Stop calling her Hawk Girl. You have Hawk Man, but you don't have Hawk Boy. But you have Hawk Girls, but you don't have Hawk Woman. Doesn't make any sense. Like, for a long time, there was no Superwoman. You just had Superman, Superboy, Supergirl, and then finally we get a Superwoman, you know. All right, so this last one is 1 through 5, and it's a part of it's a one of 6 kind of thing. And these books came out for $2.99 a piece. And I thought it was odd, but I also thought it was kind of great that I was a chance to get essentially a whole run. I was just missing one issue. This is JSA, Justice Society of America, Liberty Files, The Whistling Skull. So look at that. This, just by seeing what it looks like, this needs to be similar, and I'm going to read this. This needs to be similar to the Doom Patrol, because the way this looks would fit alongside the Doom Patrol, whether they connect or be on the same on different shows, but on the same network. Issue 2. Issue 3. Issue 4. And issue 5. So it's just, you know, sometimes I ramble on my things a little bit long, but all right, guys. Next up is the ones that were current of this week. So first up we have Aftershock Comics. This doesn't say issue 1, but it is apparently, I think this is 3 stories because it says triple play on it. And since Aftershock has come out, I have definitely been a fan of Aftershock Comics. It's made me like not just DC and Marvel, it's made me like something else. And from that, made me like more of Dynamite Comics. And then from that, made me go back and read Dark Horse and Image and IDW. When The Last Ronin came out, it made me dive into IDW, like Transformers, Beast Wars, Boom Studios even, you know? All right, the only Marvel book that I got at regular price. This is a variant cover. This is Marvel Voices Identity #1. I'm not familiar that much with this character, but I do know of her. Luna Snow. Tell me in the comments if that's incorrect. I do like her design. I think it's very simple and minimalist, but you know, she's one to be, you know, not mess with. Look at that. That's a pretty cool thing. All right. So next up, speaking of Transformers Beast Wars, I got variant cover B of issue 17. And I would like a revamp of this show done correctly. You could make it literally Beast Wars from back in the day, just newer, and then go into Beast Machines. So celebrating 25 years of that. Next up, I have 2 Vault comics. One is a issue 1 that I already have, but it is a variant cover called We Ride Titans. And I didn't think I'd enjoy it, but I've been digging into Vault Comics books for last few weeks, and I've really started to enjoy their stuff. So I was lucky enough to find the variant cover of that. And I got variant cover of Fox and Hare. I thought about getting the regular cover, but I was like, this one speaks to me more. This one looks more awesome. Then we have Image Comics #1. You got Radiant Black. This is the 30th anniversary of Image Comics. Don't really like this part. They could have put this, because I wanted to see, you know, the face more, or the mask. So it's simple. It's a simple design. simple image, and it looks great. This actually, whether it had image on the bottom or not, whether it was just the rest was red, but I think just this would make a great poster. Then I got another cover. Again, this haul is mostly variant covers. So I actually already have this one. I forget which cover this is, but this is issue 1 of Supermassive by Image Comics. Yeah. Boom. So we got this is cover B, barcode 00121. Then we got Nocterra issue 7, Virgin cover, I believe it's called. Clean cover, I don't really remember, but I couldn't tell if I had this or not because I couldn't take it out. Most of the time, you'd either have to give it to the people at the store to take it out and ask them what issue this is, or they'll pretty much know off the top of their head. But I was like, I know I don't have this cover, and I checked on my CLZ app, and I didn't have this cover, so I went ahead and got it for the $10. All right, this one I have ordered online through Comic Asylum Palm Desert, all the way in California, but I'm getting cover B, I guess, and this is 6 of 6. This is Earth Prime Heroes Twilight, and this is an impressive cover. I like this. I like the cover B that I'm going to be getting, but this one is intimidating. This one's nice. Then I was able to pick up issue 3 and 4 regular covers, and these are Naomi season 2, and this is issue 3 right here. I actually like Naomi. I wasn't very fond of the show, but I liked it enough to keep watching. And then we got issue 4 right here, limited series. Now I have to go back and check if I have all of season 1, because this says Naomi season 2 on it. I know I got Wonder Comics Naomi #1 variant cover. That was the first one I got, I believe, that has her in a high school next to a locker. All right, then we have Jurassic League #2. I will be getting issue 2 cover A in the mail soon, hopefully by Friday, Saturday, if it got mailed out Wednesday afternoon, I'll probably either get it on Saturday or I'll get it on Monday. Monday I have no problem with, but if it comes here on Saturday, that's pretty awesome. Then we got Earth Prime, The Flash, #5. Now, when they hopefully do a trade paperback of all Earth Primes, I would like them to either do probably variant, like at least 6 books, 6 different trade paperbacks, or 1 trade paperback. But if they do 6 different trade paperbacks, they should have either all the variant, like which cover. They should do a poll of all of who liked all covers of issue 1, issue 2, and 3. I like this cover, but I like issue 5 better. That's just me. Next up, we have Joker 13, and this has Punchline on the front. Now, I thought the Joker was actually going to stop at issue 12, and they said they weren't, from the website I read it from, they're like, they weren't going to put, 13 was going to be last, and they weren't going to put it up 14, but I believe I have 14, but I got to double check. But look at this. Punchline, a character I didn't think I was going to like, but I do. People like Miracle Molly better, but when Punchline came out, everybody wanted that book. Everybody. Next up, we have Batgirls issue 7. I have 1 issue of issue 7 coming in. I think it's the regular cover A, but look at that. This would be a great poster as well as that Image book. All right, next up we have Dark Crisis, Young Justice issue 1. I have cover A coming in the mail, which is awesome. I actually like cover A more than I like this cover, but this is still a great cover because it has so many people on it. All right, this one was hard to decide. because I didn't know which cover I wanted to get. So I just went with the basic one. And I believe this is cover E. This is Multiversity. I just cannot say that word today. Team Justice #1 Pride edition. And I like that they're expanding to the sidekicks, or, giving the mantle to, another Superman, another Flash, another Wonder Woman, another Robin. I like that they're doing that because it needs to happen more often. I like Batman, I like Superman, I like Wonder Woman, but it's like you can't. Why should we have 6 Batman books and 4 Superman books and not have any of, the other people? It just doesn't make any sense to me.